Hi everyone, this is my abstract presentation for the International Perspective on Educational Reform course. First of all, I will explain the context of my school. My school is categorized as Type C International School based on Bano et al. 2016 because it is privately owned and it is operated mainly to make profit. And based on the student demographic, 80% of our students are local Chinese with Hong Kong and Macau passports or green cards of other countries. And my role in this school is the K to 12 principal. The reform that I will discuss in my research paper is the implementation of IB diploma program in my school. My school was founded in August 2012 by a Chinese couple to provide international education for their children and also the local community. At the beginning of their establishment, the school worked together with the international school services to help them to build the curriculum as well as other infrastructure. The school decided to adopt North American standard-based curriculum such as Common Core and NGSS. To gain legitimacy as an international school, they also attempt for accreditation by Western Association of School and Colleges or WASC, which is gained in December 2013. The school also applied for membership with ACAMIS and also EARCOS, and then they got the membership in 2014 to expand the market even more because in the local community there are also families who want to send their kids to universities in the UK, Australia, and Hong Kong, which require full IB diploma. That's why the school adopt the IBDP. This is also an effort to strengthen their legitimacy as an international school. The school was authorized by the IBO to run the IB diploma program in August 2015. This reform has some potential problems. As I mentioned before, our school is a Type C international school, which is not necessarily focused on international mindedness. Instead, by adopting IB diploma program, it is just a way to legitimate their status as international school and to provide golden tickets for their students to enter prestigious universities around the world. Therefore, the implementation of the IB diploma program educational philosophy may be not fully proper as per the requirements of the IBO. One of the example of proper implementation of IB diploma program is the development of the 21st century skills in the students, according to Wright and Lee in 2014. As you can see on the right side of this slide, there are skills that are required by students to stay competitive in the ever-changing job market and society, such as critical thinking, creativity, calibration, and so on. In this research, I'm just going to focus on CAS, creativity, activity, and service as one of the core subjects in the IB that can help the students to develop their 21st century skills. On the left side of this slide, I have put the CAS learning outcomes. How can the CAS help students to develop their 21st century skill? For example, the first CAS learning outcome says, identify own strength and develop areas for growth. When the student can achieve this learning outcome, it means they will also develop their critical thinking. You also can see the fifth learning outcome of CAS that says demonstrate the skills and recognize the benefits of working collaboratively. When the student achieves this learning outcome, it means that their collaboration skills, which is one of the 21st century skills, will also be developed. Proper implementation of CAS in a school also requires subject teachers to associate their lesson with the CAS experiences. As much as possible, teachers should assist their students in making links between their subjects and the possible CAS experiences. For example, after students learn about cell anatomy, they can do a CAS experiences by creating a model for cells. This model can be donated later on to elementary school students. This experience can be categorized as creativity and service. The template for IB Diploma Program Unit Plan from the IBO also has a place for teachers to indicate how their unit is connected to CAS. To investigate the possible problems in this reform, I'm going to use two theoretical frameworks in my research. The first one is the intellectual disconnection from Walker 2004 that refers to disconnection between purpose, trust, and content both within and between different programs. As I mentioned earlier, my school adopts the North American curriculum for elementary up to high school grade 9 and 10. And then in grade 11 and 12, the student will have IB diploma. Therefore, there could be disconnections between the curriculum in 9 and 10 and IB regarding CAS implementation. Also, the intellectual disconnection could happen within the program of IB diploma because one of the reasons why my school implements the IB is to provide golden tickets for students who wants to go to universities in the UK, Australia, and Hong Kong. Therefore, scores could be more important rather than implementing CAS to develop the students' 21st century skills. The second framework that I'm going to use is from Scott in 2014 that is found in Bunnell et al. 2016, the institutional and carriers of institutionalization. This framework will help me to investigate whether the legitimacy of being an international school by implementing IB diploma are really implemented properly. I'm going to investigate two pillars, which are regulative and normative, and two carriers, which are symbolic and activities. As you can see in the table, for symbolic system, in regulative pillars, it can be seen in the rules that my school has. Proper implementation of the CAS should be reflected in the unit plan and also the lesson plan. Therefore, I'm going to collect the data by doing internal sampling on the teacher's unit and lesson plans in grade 9 up to grade 12. The second carrier is activities for normative pillar habits, which means that I'm going to investigate whether teachers has habit to endorse the importance of CAS. This can be done through interview and class observation. It is my job as a principal to do observation or walkthroughs in teachers' classroom. Therefore, while I'm doing that task, I'm also going to focus on teachers' effort in endorsing the importance of CAS in their lessons. So, as a summary, the research question or the investigation that I will do is what are the intellectual disconnections that exist between grade 9 and 10 and IBDP's written and taught curriculum in supporting students to develop 21st century skills through CAS, and what are the possible strategies to close the gaps at my school. Based on my initial reflection, as I have collected some of the data, I found that in the unit and lesson plans of grade 11 and 12 teachers, there's some inconsistency. Some teachers make connection to CAS and some do not. While for high school teachers in grade 9 and 10, there is no place in the unit plan for them to put the connection between CAS and their lesson. However, in grade 9 and 10, during the advisory, the CAS coordinator for the IB also will help the students to do CAS-like projects. And according to the informal walkthroughs that I have done for the classes in grade 9 to 12, I found in grade 11 and 12 there are some inconsistency as well in the way teachers' effort to endorse the importance of CAS. While in high school, grade 9 and 10, mostly it just happened during the CAS when the students have advisory time with the CAS coordinator. But it's very rare for other subject teachers to talk about the connection between their lesson and CAS in grade 9 and 10. Based on my initial reflection, this is my initial recommendation that as a principal, I will discuss with the head of school as well as the curriculum coordinator. For sure, there are the intellectual disconnections in rules and habits of high school teachers in making connections between their lesson and CAS in their planners as well as in their effort to endorse the importance or the link between CAS and their lessons. Therefore, to overcome this, I propose to do integration of CAS in the Week Without Walls or interdisciplinary project. Week Without Walls or field trip should include CAS in this academic year. By creating this initiative, the teachers will be asked to make connections between CAS and their lesson for the field trip project, and they will also have opportunity to discuss how CAS relates to their project during the class discussion. So that's the summary of my research. Thank you so much for your time to listen to my presentation.